You're not just here to make money, because they know our people are our most valuable assets. So I ask you today, are you the MVP? When's the last time you went all in on you? Are your people the MVP, and are you developing your people? Now listen, I grew up in Jersey. All right, I grew up raised by a Christian mom, going to a Baptist church. All right, I'm the white dude. I grew up in a black neighborhood. Going to a Baptist church was an experience. But in the Baptist church, you know what they do with the preacher? They holler back, right? And so I'm gonna ask you guys to holler back today a little. And here's why. Did you know that you retain stuff 40% more by doing two things? When you write down and when you speak it back. So I'm gonna ask you to repeat stuff. It's interaction today. I want you to repeat after me. I'm the MVP. I will go all in on me. Now say it like you mean it. I am the MVP. I will go all in on me. I love it. So MVP, what I discovered over the years, every MVP has three things.
Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you are loving this episode. Hey, if you're a contractor looking to scale and grow your business through sales leadership training and sales coaching and training for your team, then look no further. All you got to do is text us at 945-800-4220. 945-800-4220, okay? Or just go to our website, sellonstg.com. Again, if you're a contractor and you want to grow your sales leadership training skills, your sales coaching skills, and you want to grow and help your sales reps get better, we can help commercial companies, we help residential companies, no matter what trade you're in, you just want to transform your business, okay? Come to STG, we hope to see you there. Hey, now back to the episode.
And I'm asking three powerful questions today that have the potential to radically change the game for you and your business, okay? And the first question is, why do you do what you do? The greatest force in life is a soul on fire, a life done with purpose, okay? And so I want to tell you a story. Growing up in Jersey, going to the Baptist church, I'll never forget it. We went to church one day for an event. And at that event, there was an event going on with these guys called the Power Team. Has anybody ever heard of the Power Team? Yeah, these are these guys, these really strong guys. They would stand on stage and they would break phone books and they would bend metal. And I was always intrigued. I'm like, this is super cool. Like, I want to be them one day. They're so strong. And I'll never forget it. This guy stands on stage and he's doing all these strength features. And then he gets this lemon. And he has a lemon in his hand and he has a bucket under the lemon. And he starts squeezing the lemon. And he's squeezing all the juice out of the lemon. People are screaming. It's an exciting time. And then he stops squeezing. And he says, I just squeezed all the juice out of this lemon. If you're in here today and you believe that you can come up here and squeeze more juice out of this lemon, then get up here. And if you squeeze any juice out of this lemon, we'll give you $1,000. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Somebody's getting $1,000. It was silent in there. Nobody thought it could be done. And all of a sudden, I'll never forget, I remember like she was yesterday, this Hispanic little lady from the back raises her hand, starts making her way to the stage. She gets up to the stage looking at this big, strong, muscular guy, and she's just staring at him like desperation. And he goes, you think you could squeeze more juice out of this lemon? She goes, I don't know, but I'm gonna try. He hands her the lemon. And I'll never forget it, this older Hispanic lady, she starts squeezing the lemon with everything she had inside of her. And people start cheering and they're going crazy. Nothing's dropping the lemon. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you saw lemon juice drop from the lemon into the bucket. I tell you, it was silent in that place. Everybody had no idea what just happened. The guy, the big muscular guy, looks at her. He's stunned, he's shocked. And everybody just paused. And he said, I don't know. I've been doing this all these years. We've never had anybody ever squeeze any juice out of this lemon. Like, how did you do that? And this is what this lady said. She said, I wasn't planning on coming to this event. Somebody invited me. And I really couldn't make it. But when I woke up this morning and I got my kids ready, I said, man, we should go to this event, but we got to do other things. And we walked out of the apartment door where we live. And as we opened the apartment door to exit and leave, she said, there was this notice, and it was yellow on my front door of the apartment. I'm a single mom with 2 kids. And she said the notice was an eviction notice. And she said the notice said that if I didn't pay my rent by the end of the day, that me and my 2 kids as a single mom, we were gonna be homeless and on the street. And all I know is that you said if somebody could come up here and squeeze any juice out of that lemon, that you would give them $1,000. What you didn't know is that my rent is $1,000. She said, I didn't know if I could do it, but I know the difference of me squeezing the juice out of that lemon or not was me and my 2 kids being homeless. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? The greatest force in life is a soul on fire. Some of you are still going through the motions, alive but not living. See, when you have mission, that's what I'm talking to you about today. You show up different. What is the mission of your business? What is the mission of your life? Purpose. Repeat after me. I'm here on purpose. I have a purpose. That one statement alone will change everything for you. When you believe that the creator of the universe made you and placed you on this earth for such a time as this, when you start to believe you're not just running a business to run a business, there's gotta be a mission behind why you do it. See, some of you think you need a new spouse because your marriage is broken. Some of you think you need a new career because the roofing space or contract space isn't working out. Some of you think you need a new trainer, you need a new coach because you're out of shape. What if I challenged you and told you you don't need any of them things? All you need is a new purpose behind why you do what you do. When you have purpose, you show up different. You're not just punching a clock. What's your mission? Why do you do what you do? See, when you have purpose, you bring a different energy, passion. Show me a man or a woman with no passion, and I'll show you a man or a woman with no purpose. Repeat after me. If I'm juiceful, I'm useful. Yeah, that's asking you, what kind of energy are you bringing to the game? You will never outperform your energy. It's the greatest transfer in life. But some of you in here, you're not bringing energy to the game because you don't know why you do what you do. You have no mission. Today's your day to get your purpose back, to get your passion back, to start showing up on purpose with a purpose. See, there's 5 words that will kill your winning percentage. Are you ready for the 5 words? The 5 words are this: I don't feel like it. How much of your life is driven by feelings and emotions? See, when you have no purpose and you have no mission, you don't bring energy you need because you're making decisions based off of feelings. There's some of you in this room, you've been looking for the answer to win, and I'm telling you right now, the answer is find a stronger why. Find a stronger purpose. So let me give you the 4-word solution to the 5 words that will kill your winning percentage. The 5 words that will kill your winning percentage is I don't feel like it. What does that mean? There's some in this room right now, you're too comfortable. You're so comfortable. If you looked at your day, everything you're doing is based off of comfort. What you eat, when you wake up, when you go to bed, the sales calls you make. And when you get too comfortable, you get complacent and you miss out on your calling. And so let me give you the 4-word solution. When you don't feel like it, act anyway, act now. Stop making decisions based off of attitude and emotions and mood. It's up there. Repeat after me. Action creates attitude. Repeat after me. Motion creates emotion. Repeat after me. Movement creates mood. So make a commitment today to act as if you're already there. How would you act if you had a bigger purpose? Now, let me give you a purpose if you're confused. You ready? I'm giving you a purpose right here. Some of you showed up and you've been questioning, asking this question forever, your entire life. Here's your purpose. Become the absolute best version of you. Become the MVP. When I say that, I'm talking about personal growth. I'm talking about physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm talking about looking in the mirror and loving the person you see in the mirror. Become that best version of you. Continue to develop your God-given gifts and give them back to the world at the fullest. That will be your new purpose. And you know what? You'll have success. You'll make all the money, but you'll have success with fulfillment. Okay? Next question. For every MVP, you have to have mission. That's what we talked about, number 1. And you have to have vision. So I ask you today, what does winning look like for you in your business? Are you crystal clear around what winning looks like? Think about this. When you have vision, Helen Keller said it best. She was born blind. She said, what's worse than being born blind? She said, having sight with no vision. What are you seeing for your business? What are you seeing for your life? Think about it for a second. When you have vision, you have direction, you have clarity, you know what to focus on, right? Repeat after me. Focus feeds my future. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Every single day, we're bombarded with distraction after distraction after distraction. Where's your focus at? Are you focused more on what you do have or more on what you don't have? Are you focused more on what is right or are you focused more on what is wrong? Are you focused more on what you can control or are you focused more on what you can't control? Focus feeds your future. When you don't have vision, you have no direction. You don't know what to focus on. You're just on this merry-go-round and you're just going through the motions of life. And so where's your focus? Where's your vision? I told you mission, right? The greatest force in life is a soul on fire. When you have a strong why, that's what allows you to fight through the delays, the distractions, and the disappointments of life. When you have a strong purpose, mission, that's what allows you to get up after the disappointment, after the adversity, after the obstacles. When you have a strong purpose, that's what allows you to keep going when you don't feel like it, and the storms and the trials and adversity hits of life. Some of you came just to get your purpose back. There's others of you came to get your vision back. And so I want to challenge you today. What are you seeing? And I'm not talking about when your eyes are open. See, many of you, you're moved by what you see in the natural. And that's why your business isn't exactly where it is. What do you see when your eyes are closed? I'm talking about perspective. See, everything that drives your life, and I'll give you this quote. It says, the meaning of anything in life only has a meaning you choose to give it. What if the world wasn't really how the world is? What if it's how you choose to see the world? And what if you chose to see the world and you see the world based off of how you see yourself? Think about that. Perspective can change anything. What you look for, you will find. Are you currently moved by what you see in the natural, where your business is? Or can you dream and create a vision beyond what you see in the natural? Some of you came just to get your vision back. You got to start to see who you can be that you've never been. You got to start to see what you can have that you never had. You got to start to see where you can go that you've never gone. And when you have vision, you shift your entire perspective. How would your life look different if you started to choose these few perspectives? Obstacles from here on out, they equal opportunities. Perspective shift, problems from here on out, they equal possibilities. Failure from here on out equals feedback. I never lose, I just win and I learn. I told you guys earlier, I grew up in the state of New Jersey. And I want to tell you why many times we lose our vision in life. There's many of you in here, you had goals, you had dreams. That's what I'm talking about. That's all vision is. And some of you, because of life, right? Life got hard, the business didn't look like, and you gave up on those dreams. You gave up on those goals. Today's your day to start dreaming again. I told you earlier, I grew up in the great state of New Jersey. I was raised by a single mom. I'll never forget it, 8 years old. We grew up very poor from a monetary perspective, but very rich from a moral perspective and family perspective. But we moved a lot. We didn't have enough money to stay in a house, so we moved to apartment to apartment. There was times we lived in group housing, right? I'll never forget it. Most of you guys on Sunday or Saturday, you take your kids and you go to the grocery store. When you were growing up, that's what your parents did with you. For me and my mom and my sister as a single mom, we didn't get to go to the grocery store often. On Sunday, for us to put food on the table, we would go to local food pantries or churches, and that's how my mom got food for us. And when we got to go to the grocery store, I'll never forget those moments because I was always so embarrassed because I knew we got to pick the groceries out. And me and my sister were like, this is like Disney World. How exciting. But there always came the time where you have to go up at the end to pay for your groceries. And you go up to the cashier at the end to pay for your groceries. And I remember my friends' parents, to pay, they would pull out a check or cash. But my mom would pull out the money the government gives you called food stamps. And I was always embarrassed by those moments. I'll never forget, 8 years old, we were living in a shelter. If you don't know what a shelter is, it's group housing. And I was on the top of a bunk bed. My sister was below me on the bunk bed. And I started crying, weeping out. Why? Why me? Why can't I have the Michael Jordan sneakers? Why did my dad have to leave us? And I didn't really know what was going on at that moment, but it's the time where I discovered my purpose. And I remember, because of how angry I was about what we were going through, that I knew for the rest of my life, I was gonna help people stop the pain and suffering in their life. And I was gonna do it one of two ways, okay? I was either gonna become a professional rapper to go make a lot of money or a pro athlete. And in 1999, basketball took me out to Tulsa, Oklahoma to attend a school called Oral Roberts University, ORU, to play basketball with big goals and dreams. And in 1999, this Jersey boy, an athlete, made a mistake. I go into a religious school, and there was a cute girl on campus, and guess who won? This guy. She got pregnant. It's a religious school. They said, hurry up and get married. So we got married. We're divorced in 8 months. Her family's philosophy is, hey, if you go through a divorce, the dad has no rights. They take my daughter. They go to another state. I end up in an 8-year custody battle over $400,000 in debt, suicidal, down and out. My whole identity was in basketball. It's all I knew. And I'll never forget one defining moment I want to share with you guys that radically changed my life. And I believe it's going to speak to a lot of you in here of why you abandon your dreams. And I'm going to help you get it back today. I was driving up to Minnesota. I would make this drive every other weekend for 4 years. 12 hours up, pick my daughter up at a local Walmart, 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, have her for 24, 48 hours. Then Sunday at 1 p.m. drive back. And I got up there. All I was living for is to be a dad. Super excited to get up there. I get up to the local meeting spot, Walmart. All I wanted to do is see my daughter. And guess what happened? They never showed up. I didn't know what to do. I got back in my little 5-speed Sentra, and I just started driving back to Tulsa, Oklahoma, late night, going through the dark roads of Iowa. And I'm driving. I started having that conversation with myself again. You have no purpose, man. You let your mom down. What are you doing? Your daughter would be better off without you. And I'll never forget it. I start just speeding, and I'm going over 100 miles an hour, and I'm weeping, and I'm crying, desperate, down and out. And I start swerving off the side of the road. And I'm confident, just do it. Just take your life. Your daughter would be better off without you. And after 5 minutes of acting like this crazy madman, all of a sudden I hear sirens and I get pulled over. Iowa State Trooper walks up to the window of my car, knocks on the window and says, what are you doing? What are you trying to do, kid? Kill yourself? I said, honestly, that would be great right now. He said, what's going on? He took the next 5 minutes to hear me out. And then he said these words that radically changed my life. He said, I don't know you, you don't know me, but I just want to tell you everything you're going through, it all had to happen. He said, get back to Tulsa, and there'll become a day where you realize everything you're going through all had to happen. I drove back to Tulsa. I got up for school, got home that day, and I opened up a Tony Robbins book. And in that book, the first thing I read was this quote: the meaning of anything in life only has the meaning you choose to give it. It was at that moment where I changed my perspective. See, this is the formula that's going to change your life. E plus R equals O. You can't control the E. That's the events of life. You can't control the O, that's the outcomes, the scoreboard. But what you get to control is the R in the middle of the event and the outcome. And the R stands for your response. What's your ability to respond to life, to the adversity, to the obstacles, to the trials, to the storms? I shifted my entire perspective, enrolled in a Bible school, got a hold of Tony Robbins, and radically over the next 5 years changed my life, created a whole new story. You heard Ryan say I become the youngest strength coach in the nation. At the school, at 22 years old, I threw in my basketball opportunity. Wrote my first book, 6 books later. Spoken on some of the largest stages. Opened up for our current president of the United States on the speaking tour, right? Some are fans of that, some are not. And then, and then we run a company now for the last 12 years called Win All Day. It's a personal development company. We're blessed to go into organizations and build winners and winning teams and winning personal brands. Repeat after me. Life happens for me, not to me. Repeat after me. Because of this, something great will happen. Repeat after me. Everything always works out for me. How would your life look different if that was your new responses to the things of life? The last one as I close today. Once you have a strong mission, right? You have a strong vision, all right? You have to have strong principles. I'm talking about identity. I want to ask you a powerful question. Who are you and who do you need to become? Who are you and who do you need to become? The greatest story you will ever tell is a story you choose to tell yourself on a daily basis about yourself. Okay? This is about self-belief. Confidence comes from what you do, and confidence comes from a belief in you. So I'm telling you right now, one of the greatest ways to create confidence is by what comes out of your mouth. If I had more time, I'd do exercise that would radically change your life. But what I want you to hear is death and life is in the power of the tongue. There's some of you got to stop talking yourself out of winning. You got to start to change your story and create a new belief. Okay? Faith comes by hearing. So as you speak, you're going to also start to hear. So one of the greatest powerful statements you have in your life is the I am statement. Whatever you put after I am, you bring life to. Are you trash talking yourself? Is that why you're losing? Confidence comes from what you do and a belief in you. You got to create belief by what you speak, and confidence comes from what you do. You got to start acting as if you're already there. What would you do today if you were the MVP? How would you start acting? I'm not gonna go over this because I don't have time. All that matters is what you believe. Look at these winners up here. 199th pick in the NFL draft, Tom Brady. Mr. Irrelevant, last pick in the NFL draft. In the middle, Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was the home run king and the strikeout king at the same time. And they asked Babe Ruth, what do you think about when you strike out? You know what he said? I think about hitting home runs. Some of you got to step up to the plate. Some of you got to go all in. Some of you got to start betting on yourself again. You got to start swinging the bat again. All that matters is what you believe. So I ask you today, who do you need to become? Who do you need to become? And do your daily actions line up with what you say you want? Are you representing what winning looks like? Are you maximizing your God-given talents and abilities? Imagine you getting to the end of your life and knowing that you never tapped into your full potential and you never became who God created you to be. Some of you are looking for the transformation in your business, and that's why you came here. The transformation you need is to transform the person looking at you in the mirror. I 100% that some of you showed up today to tap in to a full transformation. There's a gap right now. It's on there. All right, there's a gap between who you're currently being and who you're capable of being. My challenge for you as you leave this conference, start to close that gap and become who you were created to be. If you want something you never had, you got to become somebody you've never been. Okay, we run Win All Day personal development for teams, for individuals. If you want more information on that, you can text us personally. Write the number down. We can have a conversation about you, your company, what we can do. You can come to us. We can come to you. We can build your entire personal development department within your organization to help you build your people. You know what's cool about that when you're a leader as well? You start to become a transformational leader, not just a transactional leader. And your people start to show up to the workplace different. They become the MVP, and all of a sudden performance increases and ROI, the greatest ROI you have is in your people. Also, I would challenge all of you, whatever podcast you listen to, go listen to the winning word of the day. Every single day, Monday through Friday, I should say, I drop a winning word of the day. Okay, it's 5 to 8 minutes. It'll radically change your life. I'm gonna ask you this, how many of you train your skill professionally for your business? How many train your skill? Yeah, you train your skill, right? How many of you have an everyday mental performance training program that you do every day? One guy. Why? Did you know every action originates with a thought? You have a thought, you create a belief, you take an action, and that's your reality. So what I'm gonna teach you is the mental performance strategies that we've been blessed to use with some of the top athletes in the world so that you could absolutely train your mindset. Now, I gave you that poker chip in the beginning, and I'm gonna close on this today. I told you earlier, I don't play poker, I don't gamble, right? But I have that poker chip in front of you. And on one side's the winning confession that we said earlier. On the other side, it says, I am the MVP, I will go all on me. Now, listen, I don't gamble, but you know what I do? I gave each and every one of you that poker chip. I don't gamble, but I bet on winners. I bet on people I believe in. And that poker chip today represents a transfer from me to you. But like I told you earlier, it doesn't really matter what Coach JC believes. All that matters is what you believe. So I want to challenge you on a daily basis. Keep that poker chip in your pocket. Pull it out and ask yourself, am I going all in? And I'm talking physically, mentally, spiritually in your relationship, becoming the absolute best version of you, becoming the most valuable player and the most valuable person that you were created to be. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you're all in to becoming that MVP, if you're all in to becoming that best version of you, I want you to jump to your feet, jump to your feet, jump to your feet. Yep. And when I say check in, only if you're committed to live a life of purpose and mission, if you're committed to do what you were called to do, to become the person you were created to be, if you're committed to win at the highest level, if you're committed to become the most valuable player and go all in. When I say check in, you say all in. Check in. Check in. Check in. All right, now you're warmed up. We're going to finish the same way we opened with the Win All Day winning confession. Repeat after me. Today is my day. Nothing will get in my way of me being the best version of me. I am here on purpose. I have a purpose. I am strong. I am passionate. I am fearless. I choose faith. I am a winner. I will win and win all day. Take your right hand, take your left hand, put it together. I love you guys. You're the MVP. Go on.
Give it up for JC.